is a fairly new eating disorder that is helping shed some light on kids who maybe have been suffering and their families have been really looking for a lot of help. Joining us now is Dr. Elizabeth Wassenaar. She is a psychiatrist and the regional medical director at Eating Recovery Center. Thanks so much for being here today. Let's just start off with what this new disorder is. Like, what is it called and what are kind of the parameters around it?
So the disorder is called ARFID, which is Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder. What that defines is a eating disorder that is based on food avoidance, not because someone wants to lose weight or is trying to be smaller or build up more muscle, but they are avoiding food because usually they have a fear of it or they've had a bad experience.
Got it. So I know we're talking about kids here. I have a 2-year-old at home who's a super picky eater. You're always told like that is just a normal toddler behavior. How do you tell the difference?
Yeah, it is normal toddler behavior. So every person actually is developmentally and evolutionarily made to be fearful of new foods. And different people, depending on how anxious they are, might be more adventurous when it comes to food. So the way that you'll know as a parent or a caregiver is by keeping track with your pediatrician of the growth chart, make sure that your child is meeting their developmental milestones and growing appropriately.
Yeah, and is this a concern more for like that toddler age, or is it more older kids? Where are you the most concerned?
Absolutely. So actually, I'm more concerned about older kids and adults who are suffering with this. So we certainly want to keep track of toddlers and make sure that they're growing appropriately, but we know that kids go through food phases. But as people get older, typically their food patterns become more established, and if they are still having a very restricted food intake to the point that they are not growing appropriately, or maybe if they're a woman, they've stopped menstruating, that's very concerning.
Gotcha. So now that there's a name for it, is there help out there?
There is, absolutely. And that's the most important thing that parents and caregivers know and people know. They don't have to suffer with this.
Yeah.
There is good treatment. And just like all eating disorders, the cornerstone is nutrition. So we want to make sure that our people are in an environment where they can receive the nutrition they need. Sure. And then we work with therapy. So we do work to help them become less fearful of new foods and incorporate eating foods into their regular day-to-day plan.
Yeah, and have you seen it working for folks?
Absolutely, I have. So I very much have treated a number of people with ARFID. I have seen them be able to get better and stay out in their lives. They may never be a foodie. They're not going to be the person trying the new restaurant, but that's okay because they have a food plan that works for them and they can eat without fear.
All right, well, we appreciate you stopping by to raise some awareness about it, hopefully answer some questions for folks who are maybe trying to pinpoint what's going on in their family, so that's so helpful.
Thank you
so much. All right, we'll be right back.